How y'all doing? It's your boy here, Willing&Able here, with another one. And today we're going to talk about how having a clear mind and a clean environment goes hand in hand. So I recently discovered this about a week or two ago, give or take. And the way I found out about this is because I had like a little experiment or whatever. So I said, I'm tired of my room being so disorganized where I cannot find anything. And I said, okay, let me go take this weekend and clean up my whole entire room. I'm talking about deep cleaning, taking all my old papers, throwing it in the trash. Anything that was not of value to me anymore, I threw it in the trash. I organized my clothes, long sleeve, short sleeve, hoodies, jackets, suits. Everything was in their own place now. I even got a little watch box. I even got a thing for my cologne. So everything was nice and organized. And I noticed when I left and went to church, literally my whole mind was like, wow, I can come home to a clean environment, a clean house, and I know where everything at. Instead of me running around being late because I can't find my shoes or my watches over here or my ties over here or where did I put my socks? Man, it just was so easy. I could just go boom and get it. So I said, excuse me, y'all. So I said, okay, well, let me do that to my phone too, because I had the same problem with my phone where my mind get cluttered and I can't find anything and I can't think. Then I put off for doing my episode of my podcast, or I put off doing this because I cannot find it at the time. So I did the same thing with my phone. I took everything off, my old pictures, anything that was not related to me, took it off, everything. Apps I wasn't using, took it off. And I said, wow, everything is more clean and organized. I can find the pictures because the pictures got their own folder. What do I do to stay organized? So, shout out to these companies. But the one thing I use that has been keeping me organized the most is Notion and Apple Notes. Yes. So, with Notion, I use that strictly for my podcast. So I block it up. I have my season 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in those subfolders, I have the episode and I write down notes for episodes, right? Or what I'm going to talk about while I'm recording. And I'm currently doing that now with Notion. Now, with Apple Notes, I have my personal things in there, like my documents that I need for work or I need for school, or my personal documents that I need. Even like little notes that I need that's not podcast related, but I just have to write down and remember, like passwords or anything of that such. I keep it in that folder right there. Now, another thing that I have been using to stay organized is Google Calendar. Because your boy be forgetting dates. Oh, I forget a date in a heartbeat. Don't tell me something and I don't write it down in Google Calendar. You might well forget about it. So I use that to set a date. So if I have an event or I'm about to do a podcast with somebody, I log it in. Okay, on this date, I have a podcast with this person, or on this day, I have to go to this event. And I set a timer for like a day or two as a reminder so I can remember that I have an event coming up. And that also keep me from blocking two things at one time, because I did that like once or twice where I had two events on the same day. And I was like, dang, how am I going to figure out how to do both of these at the same time? Using Google Calendar, haven't had that problem since. Okay, so definitely get into using Apple Notes, Notion, and Google Calendar to keep yourself organized. And the final thing that keeps me organized, and this is very, very important. This might not work for everybody, but it works for me. Time blocking. I set a time for every single thing I do. Podcasts is from 5 to 7. Okay, on Thursday. That's when I shoot my podcast. Okay. From 1 to 2, I might be doing homework. Or from 9 to 10 is my time where I'll watch Netflix, Hulu. I just relax, do things of that nature. Keeping that schedule with the time blocking has been helping me tremendous, because I already know what I'm going to do at what time. I don't have to think about it. It's already there. Now my mind's not stressed because I'm not like, oh my gosh, what do I have to do at this time? It's already there. Okay. Now, how did I declutter my mind? Time blocking was one of them that I just went over. Time blocking. That is the number one thing you need to do, is block out time. Because if you don't, you might do the thing that I used to do. I schedule things at the same time. But yeah. Another one is staying away from negative people or negative things or thoughts. So if you already know you stay around negative people, what your mindset is going to be? Your mindset is going to be negative because that's all you surround yourself by. You know, birds of the same feather flock together. If you're around negative people, you will have a negative spirit. You will have negative thoughts. If you're around negative things, you will have negative thoughts. Clear your social media. You hear me? Clear your social media. If they negative, if they not moving with God, if they not of God, take them off. I don't care if they been your friend for years, man. I done took so many people off of my social media because I don't want to see all that worldly stuff, man. I don't want to see all of that. So just unfollow them. You ain't got to worry about it and replace it with godly stuff like sermons, like preachers or funny things or, bands. Shoot, only thing on my timeline really is God, food, and band, and some funny stuff here and there, because your boy like to laugh. Hey, another thing is I stay off my phone at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, my do not disturb goes on. That's it. Now, I might stay on the iffy and get on like YouTube and stuff like that, but I don't get on social media. And sometimes I slip here and there. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I still get on TikTok and I still get on Instagram when I know I'm not supposed to. But for the most part, I've been keeping up with not getting on social media after 10 and just watching YouTube or, not even watching Netflix, just watching YouTube and watching something positive before I go to sleep or listen to some positive music before I go to sleep. And another last thing I want to talk about is I listen to jazz music and listen to sermons. Why I drink my tea? I ain't got my tea with me now, but I'm going to make it after the podcast. But I realized listening to jazz music while I relax and sip on my tea is so relaxing. With a lit candle, oh man, boy, I can sit here and quiet. Nothing but the jazz music playing while I sip my tea and just relax, decompress. Don't worry about a thing, man. That is the most relaxing thing I could ever do right now. But those are some tips that you can use if you're trying to declutter your mind and declutter your space as well. I hope this video helped y'all tremendously. Share this video to anybody, everybody, especially if they suffering from a cluttered mind. And I got my merch on. If you want the merch, the Willing and Able hoodies are for sale. Definitely DM me at Willing and Able on Instagram and TikTok, and I will get you a hoodie. Just let me know, place your order, and the hoodie will be yours. And your size. Don't forget your size now. I don't want you to walk around here with a too big or too little hoodie. That ain't the Willing and Able way. But yeah, place your orders if you want a hoodie. They are on sale. But y'all have a blessed, positive, productive day. Peace!